What's up, y'all? This is the girl Teray of No Rules, and I'm sitting here with a very special guest today, Sandrine of Hope Dealers.
Hey.
What's up, Ma?
What's up?
No, just chilling. So let's talk a little bit about Hope Dealers.
Okay.
I know you guys do creative development, marketing, PR. So what is your official title? Well, you're the CEO, but what is your official?
I would say public relations, because everything that is listed underneath that is a form of public relations.
Yeah,
I
pretty
feel
much.
because marketing, promotions, is all about how the public perceives you. So it's really about putting that extra touch and doing what you have to do to make sure that things, your artists, your events, everything is well received.
Are you from the D?
I'm from Fort Worth originally.
So you're not from the D? You're from Funky Town?
I'm from Fort Worth, but I live in Dallas.
But it's DFW, so it's all good.
I live in Oldies, Dallas now. Live Oak, what's up?
Once again, I'm from South Dallas. Four dudes, what's up? Alright, so let's talk about a little bit how you got started, because I know you started with NASA Gang.
Yeah.
And then you did a little bit with Warner Brothers, Interscope, so you...
It was a little bit of everything. I first got my start in the music industry writing for a blog that was based out of LA called Your Strongest Allies. So the first year that I started out, I was just doing hip hop journalism. So I was hitting all the music festivals.
Okay.
First year I interviewed Crit, Kendrick, J. Cole, Dom Kennedy.
Shine.
Crit, J. Cole, Dom Kennedy.
Shine on them then.
No, but it was good. And then basically me out here hustling for a blog based out of LA caught the attention of NASA Gang.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, what does she do? Who's she working with?
How you get connected with the blog in LA though if you're from Fort Worth?
The internet is amazing. Shout out to Twitter. Matthew McFarlane, that was one of my mentors. I guess somebody was like, oh, they're looking for writers. And at that time I was kind of freelancing, and they're like, well, do you want to make a home with us? And I'm like, cool. So that's essentially how I kicked it off. And I was at these shows by myself, doing these interviews, getting the footage and everything. And then that's how NASA Gang, approached me, because we're all, kind of on the same scene. So I started doing marketing with them. I learned all of my marketing from Pat and Rollo. So that was dope. Then picked up with Red Bull. We did the first Red Bull school tour, which was it was kind of like a pilot, but we took, who was the ADD, Nice Guys, Worldwide, and Kid Jones, 4 of the best acts out of Dallas, or out of Texas more so, and each city had a legend. So we had Bun B, Paul Wall, Chingo Bling, Nancy Byron.
Just dropping names.
But it was cool because they got a real tour experience.
Yeah.
So Red Bull took them all across the state of Texas, and each stop had a legend that really just gave them game like that you wouldn't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
So from there, I got to working with Interscope and Warner Brothers out here as part of their street and marketing team. So I kind of branched from indie to mainstream. So that was a really hard transition for me.
Talk about it.
It was hard.
Why was it hard?
It was just hard because coming from the artists that are trying to bust their ass to get on these radio charts, to working with the artists who are already on the radio charts, we used to butt heads in the office all the time.
was it kind of different as far as touching them too? Because like the indie artists, you can literally reach out and touch them, but with the mainstream artists, you got to go through different people. You got to go through managers.
Yeah, I mean,
is that frustrating too?
Not really, because when you work for the label, it's
fake.
It's like that.
Yeah.
You doing the radio runs. Like we did a radio one with Kendrick. We went to Papa Do's after that. Yeah. And this was like right before Good Kid, Mad City dropped. So it was a different aspect for me, but the struggle for me was like, I see how hard these guys work to get there, and then I'm on these conference calls with the label.
Taking it for granted.
Every week they talking about people as numbers. They're at the time they had Chief Keef, they had Keisha Cole, and they were talking about Kendrick, and I personally met Kendrick, like I know him as a person, and for them just to speak about him as a number, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because it's like, nah, I know him personally, he is a good person.
Busting his ass.
Yeah, and it's like, that was the biggest transition for me, and just, a few other things that I just didn't really like. I was like, yo, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
So.
And so is that where you said, I'm going to have to just start my own thing, or at what point did you go?
Not necessarily. I think it was maybe like a year or two after that, because I did work for, I interned for a company out of Atlanta called HSA. So I was out in Atlanta at 83C, and I met one of she was the director of sponsorships, and she had her own PR company, and she had tweeted like, oh, I'm looking for interns. I'm like, cool. let's do that.
You did it for free?
I did it for free, but honestly, it was the best free thing I've ever done in my life.
Internships, those internships, I was just having a conversation about that the other day. Like, in a sense, internships are perfect, but it's hard to do it when you have bills and stuff.
When you have bills, It definitely was, but I've always had a full-time job, and I've always had my side hustle as well. So I've always had a really good management of time. Like, I've always been good about how I use my 24 very, very wisely. A lot of people don't know how to do it. A lot of people don't know how to do that. But, I started interning for her, and she was like, I really don't like the music aspect. I want to start doing more of the, fashion stuff. She's like, every music artist, I'm just going to push through you. So at the time, it was Scotty ATO, which is how I hooked up with him to start working out with everything. Our first showcase, it was like right before the big pop. It was like Trinidad, Rich Homie, Jaron Benton, like our South by showcase maybe 2 years ago. It was the New Atlanta showcase, and literally that next year all of them got signed.
Are you serious?
So it's like I've learned from different aspects of the music industry in all different markets. So after Lana, which is her name, after she shut down her company and I was just kind of at a standstill, I was like, I know too many people. And I have so much,
You low-key the plug.
Yeah. But like, I was like, I know too many people, and I have all this experience, and I see these people struggling to try to get on. I was like, there's got to be a way I can help. So, I don't know, it just came to me one day, and I was like, I'm going to start my own company.
And so,
I was like, I'm going to start my own company.
What was your first step in starting your company?
My first step was to figure out what exactly I wanted to hone in on.
Okay.
Just because I've done so much, I wanted to be like, okay, I'm good at a lot of things, but I want to specialize in certain aspects of it.
That's always pretty hard, because we even starting our company, it's like, okay, we do film and we do the whole interviews and all of that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, okay, you kind of want to do podcasts, and then you kind of want to do this, you want to do that.
Right.
And it's hard to do all of those things just as two people, so you have to kind of focus on
You don't want to spread yourself too thin.
Yeah.
Which what it was for me. So first thing was, I was like, okay, I'm going to hone in on what I'm going to specialize in and how I'm going to help them. And then I kind of broke it down to what can I do. So it's like, if you want to be an indie artist completely, like a Black Milk, a Freddie Gibbs, a Tech Nine, like I can get you in that direction. If you want to be a Kendrick, where you build your fan base up enough to get signed, I can get you in that direction as well, like radio rotations, MTV Jam plugs. Like it's, we can go each way with it. So I wanted to be like a one-stop shop where you wouldn't have to go anywhere else. So
you like the Olivia Pope of music?
Getting there. Not quite. I've only been in business for a little over a year. June was my 1 year anniversary. But yeah, after I honed that in, I was like, all right, I'm going to pick a name. I'm like, okay. I was like, Hope Dealer. And I was like, HopeDealer.com was taken. HopeDealer.net, it was taken. And then I was like, dang, I really just like this name. And then one day I was like, I just threw an S on there. And then it stuck.
And everything's just stuck.
And it stuck. And I was like, God had a much bigger plan for me. I was thinking I'm going to do this all by myself. But he's like, no, you're going to have a team. Yeah. You're going to have a company. So, I have a girl based out of Houston. Her name's Mackenzie. She works for Scoremore, Scope Show. She's really well connected. I started with a few other people who are no longer with us. But, they definitely helped bring it all together. But
how did you find her?
Twitter. Girl, Twitter. We
get the tweets up.
Twitter is amazing. And it's like when you run in the same circle, like the music scene is very small.
Yeah.
It's a very small scene. So if you know somebody through somebody else, like it's very easy to get connected. So I think at the time she was a fan of Scotty, and I was doing some of Scotty's like first tours throughout the state of Texas. So I think she had saw me there or somewhere else. And that's how we got together, and she's dope. So we kind of have different things.
So when you start working with artists, do they come to you or do you reach out to them?
They come to me.
You just sit back and everybody. You making life look so easy.
No, it's not that. It is just because I already had.
You already had those connections. So.
That's really what it is. I think if I was a brand new entity and nobody knew me, it'd be a lot harder for me to go out and acquire customers. But because I already had a name for myself. People knew what I did, but I never had a company behind it.
Yourself,
that was another part why I started. I'm like, man, people know to hit me when they come through Texas for this, and this. I said, but that benefits them. They just know me as a person. I was like, let me let me start making a name for myself with the company.
Like Karen Silver.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. I was working harder and not smarter, but I woke up last year, or 2 years ago. I woke up.
So I work for other people and do this for myself.
Yeah. So no, I mean it's definitely worth it just because, they know who to come to. I get my finder's fee, and then also my network is just huge. Mm-hmm. Like if you want a feature from this person or this person, I can get you a direct contact, or just having, I just try to make the growth of my artist a lot easier than somebody who's trying to do it by themselves.
Exactly. I find it hard to work with artists if you don't like their music.
Yes, I don't work with artists whose music I don't like.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Okay. Girl. Let me give you a scenario. So an artist hit you up like, hey,
and they trash.
And artists hit you up like, look, I really need this help. I'm trying to do my indie thing, but they sleeping on me, man. They sleeping on me. Listen to my mixtape, look at my visual. They send you all their info, and you put your earphones in, and you listening like, I can't do shit.
That's exactly what I say. I'm very serious. You turn it down though? Yes, because at the end of the day, it's still my brand. Mm-hmm. Whatever I put my name on is a reflection of me. Exactly, so if I pick up some trash ass rapper, they'll be like, she has terrible taste. But I've said it in a nicer way, but I'm like, you know what, I'm not sure how we'll be able to market you, or you know what, maybe come back to me when you're in the process of creating your tape next time, and maybe I can give some creative direction, because I know
I can help you get better.
No, I know realistically what I can and cannot market.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, there are publicists out here, which I'm not going to name, but they will pick up everybody and they will just take your money, but they don't genuinely care about your success.
I'm with you on that. It's hard.
They don't care. They'll take your money, get your little placements, but as far as, who you are as an artist and what you're trying to accomplish with your music, they don't care. And that's where that's where I differ, because I genuinely care about each and every one of my artists and what they want to do. And if something don't sound right, I'm gonna say, let's not do this. Let's go ahead and re-record. Let's try it again. It's just I've always been that way. I always put extra care and love into whatever I do, just because that's a reflection of me at the end of the day.
I asked you that because, of course, us being a media platform,
right?
We get a lot of trash emails like, listen. I'm like, Mike, listen to this. You heard? I can't do nothing with that.
I used to be a blogger. I know, trust me.
So now it's just like, all right, but I guess it's kind of different because you're actually helping build them.
Yeah.
With us, we're just putting them out there, so it's kind of like, dang, I can't just really knock this person because it's probably somebody else out there that would like them. But at the same time, it's kind of like, I don't even know what questions I could possibly ask. Your music is talking about bitches and hoes.
Yeah.
Everybody's music talks about
exactly that. Honestly, I like to humble people a lot.
Okay.
I'm like, it's good. I'm like, it's nothing special. So what are you doing different? From these other people? What about your music is different? So it's very important that whoever I do work with, I try to guide in the best way. But if you feel like you know it all, or if you feel entitled, or if you feel like you don't need my direction, then I'm gonna cut you.
Just like that.
And I've done it.
Who your favorite rapper?
Oh, of all time, or just in general?
Just
we gotta break it down.
Give me your 3 favorite. All right,
rappers. So we got Bey, we got Tupac.
Okay, Pac.
That's of all time here.
Pac.
All time. Definitely just for the ones coming up right now. Kendrick, Andre. Outkast as a collective. Mm-hmm. I'm older. I would say I'm older. I'm 27, but I'm trying to get into the new kids, but I'm just like, I like what I like.
You like substance music.
I do, but then I also, guilty pleasure. I'm gonna say guilty pleasures. I'm way behind all day.
Hey, shout out to Young Savage. Hey, Trio Fam, Young Savage, you can catch me.
Way behind all day.
Holla at us.
I love Future.
Shout out to Future.
It's all like it's good to have different music for different moods, but then
that's how I am too.
Yeah, and then some days I'll start my morning off with some Marvin Gaye or some Al Green, some Donny Hathaway. So I'm just a lover of music. I wouldn't say I categorize myself in one box.
As far as your genre of music, would you say is hip hop, like rap first, or would you be more of jazz, soul, R&B? I'm a 90s R&B person. I would listen to that shit all day, every day?
Well, I think it will be rap first and foremost, just because I am a writer at the end of the day, so I pay attention to lyrics. I really listen to what you're saying, and then after that, it's about the melody. So it's about the soul music and
hanging out
and everything like that. Yeah.
What's the last album? What's a few new albums that dropped? What's the last thing you listened to? The last new album.
The last new Future, Dirty Sprite 2.
Really, you ain't heard the Jeezy yet?
Not yet. And it's crazy. I went to the concert, but I've been busy.
Ty Dolla,
I haven't heard it yet.
I haven't checked out Bieber yet, but
I haven't heard Bieber.
Journals was pretty good, so I heard don't sleep on Justin Bieber, okay? Journals was good, so I'm gonna check out him. And then Logic, he snuck up on me. I must not have been paying attention.
He's been around for a while.
No, I'm saying I listened to his first mixtape. I listened to his album that came out. Was it last year? Last year, and then his newest album snuck up on me. I wasn't expecting him to drop that quick.
Yeah. I'm a creature of habit though, so like it'll take me a while to actually listen to a new project. Yeah. So like I said, it was Future, and then I listened to Joe Budden's new album.
I didn't check out Budden's yet. I heard Dave East is good too.
Oh yes, Dave East. Hey Me Now, shout out to Wayno 119.
See,
yes.
I haven't listened.
That's an amazing album.
When something comes out, I'll listen to it, and then something else will come out, then I'll listen to it. So I found a strong challenge in when more than one album come out at once. So
Bryson Tiller too. I've listened to Trap Soul. I've listened to Trap Soul.
Hey, Bryson the fool with it. Shout out to his ex-girlfriend because she gave us.
He's like a baby Drake, but better. Like I feel like I don't know. It's like it's like Drake-ish, but it's not. Yeah. It's just something different. I'm like, okay.
It's something. I think because Drake focuses on the rap, but then he like throws the R&B in there sometimes, and he focuses on the R&B and he like throws the rap in there sometimes. Maybe
it's Trap Soul. It makes sense. It's a perfect title.
Yeah. So anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here? You can go ahead and market yourself for all the rappers that need some guidance. There's a few of them in Dallas.
Don't call me. No, I'm just kidding.
You need some guidance. But if you trash,
don't send it to
them. If you trash, don't send it to them.
Hey y'all, it's Dream with Hope Dealers PR. Y'all can follow me personally at DRINEEE. That's on Instagram and Twitter. And follow Hope Dealers PR on both platforms. Move that hope. Our supply never runs dry. Shout out to No Rules.
Hey, No Rules is Teray, and we out.